welcome back everyone to day number 2 of the Hard Valorant tournament. We're just about to get underway with our first series of the day, which is between Hearthstoners and Inting. I'm joined today by my co-caster, Kakapo, as you can all see on screen. Kakapo, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good. You're a bit quiet, but that's fine.
Sorry, I'll move a bit closer.
Yep, there we go. So I hope
Alrighty.
everyone's having a good day today and staying safe away from all the sicknesses. Just before we get into anything else though, I'd just like to thank everyone for the follows, and some of you might have noticed that I've gotten affiliated with Twitch recently, literally yesterday. So we've got subs. Just like to thank everyone who's already subscribed so quickly and for supporting my channel and the tournament overall. And also thank you to our sponsors Animenia, who provided us with some giveaways. So we'll be doing those at some stage today as well. Keep your eyes out for the code that will be released out later on in the show. But without any further ado, Kak, do you want to introduce the first teams that are playing today?
Sure. So we have Hearthstoners versus Inting today. On the side of Hearthstoners, we have captain of Starstep. And he's also on his team. We have Passion, SMMMMMMMMMMM, Vaiels, and No Lives Matter. And for Team Inting, captain is Sky, and we have Hal, AK 1911, Barry, and G. So both teams seems to have a bit of a CS background, so today should be a very interesting tournament. Be definitely a high skill match to start us off today. Definitely 10 times more skill than yesterday for sure.
Yeah, definitely better than the first series we saw yesterday, but enough of yesterday. Let's move into today. So obviously after their series, we've also got the series between Animenia and Grass, so some crowd favorites in there. So I believe we've got our series layout done today as well. So on the side of Team Inting, who won the coin flip, they selected Ascent first, followed up by Bind Pick out of Hearthstoners. And then our third map, Haven, was of course randomly selected. So we're seeing a common theme, as yesterday's series as well. Ascent and Bind first picks, and then letting the odds choose the last map.
Good to see that we got the Haven pick finally. First time we're going to be seeing that map if we do end up getting to it.
It wasn't even picked though; it was just random.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I mean it was random, but yesterday both randoms went to split, so just good to see a bit of a mix up today.
All right, so we should be heading into our first series of the day very shortly. Just getting a quick ready confirmation from all of the players, and then we'll be getting right into it. So just double checking with our teams now. Looks like we are good to go. So we're gonna head straight into map number 1, everyone. And yeah, that will be Ascent. Good luck, have fun from all the players. And we'll be heading into a little bit of a map analysis now. Kakper, if you'd like to start that one down. Our first map, which is going to be that
Ascent.
Yeah.
Sure thing. So, as I was saying yesterday, the map Ascent, its little quirk is these one-way, well, not one-way, sorry, these doors that can be raised and lowered that are also destructible. There's just a couple little spots. There's also a couple little destructible walls as well in mid. Teams that play on this map tend to put a lot of focus into that mid control. Wanting to keep that mid control as defense is key. If the attackers do manage to break open into mid and they have full roam into some nice quick rotations into both sites. So it'd be interesting to see how teams go about trying to get the upper hand in mid. And yeah, it's a very good map. Looking forward to it, but especially seeing these high skilled teams. Looks like everyone is locked in. Now we're just loading into game, and I'll go through the team analysis when we get in.
Alright, thanks for that wonderful map
Alrighty.
breakdown, Kakapur.
So we're in game. So Team Hearthstoners starting on defense. We have Starstep on Sova, Passion on Phoenix, SM on Jet, Vaiels on the Brimstone, and No Lives Matter on the Sage. And then Team Inting, who are starting on attack. We have Hal on Brimstone, AK1911 on Sova, Sky on Cypher, Berry on Sage, and G on Jet. So pre-round warm-up buy phase, just looking at the teams. The attacking team have all just got armor and utility. Nobody's bought any ghosts, whereas we have 3 ghosts on the defense.
Okay, so there's a bit of
We have 3 people
where...
just sort of using a couple of smokes for the attackers into short, and then pushing up into mid. It's really focusing, trying to get a pick there. G does get the first kill of the game onto Starstep. Vaiels follows up with a nice kill onto Sky. Just sort of shooting back and forth. G also gets a second one onto Passion on short. Now attackers have a free roam onto A site. No Lives Matter picks up the kill onto the Jet again. And attackers are now pushing up onto site through short. There is 3 people there. The defenses have matched this rotate. Recon darts going out. It does get 1 spotted up in heaven and 1 archers. They not quite sure where the 3rd person is. Wall goes down onto archers, letting the attackers not having to worry about that angle. The door comes down. SM pushes out, gets a nice kill on Hal, follows up onto Berry, and AK11 kills Vaiels, who was up in heaven. Now it's a 2v1 situation. They know where the last player is, and SM gets a 3rd kill, managing to defuse the bomb in time. Really good round from the defenders there.
Yeah, so there was a little bit of a spectator bug there where everyone is currently called Swayed.
So that was really well played for SM just to get through that door before it finally came down. Otherwise, he wasted precious time as his teammates are pushing up, trying to get through that door.
So I just realized I was muted in voice for like the last ages. So yeah, so you were sort of talking over me, but we did have a bit of a spectator bug earlier there where it did look like all the players had ghosts and they were all called Swayed or something. But that has now been fixed.
As well.
Yeah, but so hopefully that doesn't occur once again. Has my Ascent map's changed since the new patch? But yeah, we'll get around that.
Alright, yeah. So second round we see the attackers just buying a couple of pistols there. Marshall out on Starset watching that mid. Berry gets a nice kill onto No Lives Matter. Pushing up, grabbing that ulti orb. Getting into that ever-important Sage ultimate. The smokes go down and the attackers look like they're just going to do a slow rotate out, not quite wanting to commit to that site just yet, as they know that the defenders are quick on the rotate. Jasper does go, he's not quite watching that top mid angle, Starstep, sorry, so they're just trying to figure out if the attackers have fully rotated onto B here, throwing out a couple of recon darts, just trying to get some information. All attackers are pushing up top mid, sort of just checking, going up short, making sure, checking their corners, trying to find out where these last 2 players are. Yeah, the 2 Jets are working together. 1 on B, but SM does outtrade. Vaiels gets 2 kills, a nice spray down onto Berry and Sky, gets a 3rd, with making it a 1v4 situation for AK. If you know where the last player is.
Manages to convert that into a kill into Passion. Now he's only got 7 HP and Vaiels with a 4k in the round with that Spectre. Excellent work out of him to maintain that second round for the team of Hearthstoners. So good start from them. Able to get those first 2 rounds on the board and get that out of the way. Not losing that anti-eco is quite important.
Attackers do have full rifles here. They have a full buy with all utility. All 4 players absolutely maxed out on cash. 1 person with 400 left over, so they're really going for it this round. Do see the defenders dropping some of their guns from last round and buying up rifles to replace them. It's really key for the attackers here to win after converting so much money into this round. Hal does open up with a nice kill onto Starstep in mid. Now, Passion trading back, getting kill onto nice headshot onto Sky.
Nice
Very trading back.
Good usage of that orbital strike out from Vaiels, able to acquire that early on, and finds the Sage sitting in the corner. Good spray on Pichai as well, manages to pick up that kill. Now it's in a 2v4 situation for AK and Hal. What can they do to salvage this round out? Bombs dropped in no man's land here, and so they've got to recover that one quite soon. Vaiels and nolivesmatter now meeting up in mid, looking to contest this side of the map. Hal and... Nice flashpoint, manages to catch out nolivesmatter. This is the first breach of the tournament we've seen, actually. Good to see that. SM with the judge now. Has Blade Storm available. Let's see if he tries to push with that. Make up for the lack of a suitable weaponry.
Get out of my way!
Yep, so that does get committed into this round. Hear her yelling that one. The players are rotating into the B site now. 20 seconds on the clock. And they've got to look to get the bomb down. And not much utility on the side of Hearthstoners, so they got to make this retake happen with not a lot. Nice updraft, spots out to both the players on site, but this is quite risky. Yeah, we can see they've been covering that. Moving around the side. These stairs. Unable to find the first player, in fact, actually. SM now goes out. Nice right click on the AK, and that brings it into a one-on-one between himself and Hal, I believe. And SM with that Blade Storm does manage to find the second kill, putting a third round on the board for Hearthstoners.
It's a huge win for the defense there. The attackers invested so much money into that round. They're all going to be short, unfortunately, into the next round. So that's given them the defenders a huge advantage coming into these following rounds. So we see just put a pistol buy for the attackers here, not having enough money, which is obviously a smart idea. Do see an AWP coming out onto SM.
So yeah, an interesting choice, knowing that he's going to be against those really fast pistols. We'll see if he can make that happen in a later round, but the aggression looks to be coming out towards A here, not where that AWP is positioned. It's going to be on nolivesmatter with that Sage. No slow orbs left on him, but he does hear that ultimate orb being collected. Will this end up coming up? But that's all the Sage utility utilized, and we're barely 40 seconds into the round. So let's see how Inting decides to play around this. Hearing some rotations come out, but mid control definitely granted to this side of Hearthstoners.
Revealing area.
Just see players scouting each other. That recon bolt does hit a few people, but Jasper does get spotted in return. There's nice information for the defenders there. Everyone just sort of playing out time, waiting for someone to make a misstep and catch them off guard. Looks like the attackers again might be going on the defense, on the offense here. Sorry, onto A side. They do not check corners. No Lives gets a nice kill. AK gets a following kill onto the Passion
Phoenix.
Up in heaven. That one. The bomb goes down in favor of the attackers. 3v4 situation right now. In favor of the attackers.
Xbeary made it out of the side. Hearthstoners. One fight's going down left and right. Vaiels unable to connect onto that other player. Getting shot in the side a little bit. Still a 2v3 and the bomb is ticking down now. They have to make their play out onto the site. Does look like they're going to give up this round. And a nice eco push out of Inting. Hopefully some of them will get off the site and manage to keep some of those weapons. It does look like they're leaving AK back as that sacrificial land to ensure that nothing sneaky happens. He goes down with a bomb. And first round on the board for Team Inting.
Yeah, really good. Nice a couple of entry frags there coming in for Team Inting. Being able to get them that pressure onto A and kill the round. Two AWPs now coming onto the defense now. Starstep is quite a nasty shot, that operator, so it's interesting to see if these attackers are going to be challenging that top mid position at all. Jet smokes do come out. Jasper pre-fires, but he's smoked off. He makes a smart play of pushing back. waiting for these smokes. Lots of smokes being used in mid. Really not giving Starstep anything to work with here. Attacker's just sort of waiting it out, trying to find someone to push out. Maybe somebody goes on the aggressive too much. Pash making a bit of noise at archers, which the attackers would have heard, but he decides to fall back and not go on the aggressive. No lives matter in a really aggressive position here in the A-long cubby. It does take a couple of shots. They know that he is there. Passion also just throwing out stuff, trying to slow them down, slow down this push from the attackers as much as they can. Shots being fired in mid, but nothing really going on. It's still a 5v5 with 35 seconds left. The attackers are on a bit of a sticky situation here.
Guy almost gets timing there as well, but really hard to clear out those two angles. And you're in Starstep finally manages to find one with that AWP late into the round. That is the Sage player who did have Resurrect available, so that's quite a huge kill on from him. Not able to revive a player, and now it's a 5v3 with only 14 seconds on the clock. The action does look like it's coming out towards B, but SM's there with the AWP. Vaiels there, back him up as well. Find all the kills, triple kill for Vaiels, and a flawless round out of the defense.
Really well played by the defense. They're not going on the aggressive too much, just playing nice, really short angles when they got that pressure going into A long, and then that forced the attackers to have to rotate to B, and by that time they were just out. There was no time left for them to push onto that side and also plant the bomb. Bit interesting out of them. Out of the attackers deciding to then push into that angle rather than just saving with the amount of time left. That's 3 rifles that they could have had. They're now missing. They can't full buy up. There's 3 people with SMGs and 2 people with pistols here, so the economy's not looking too good.
Fast push out towards A long. No lives matter, almost gets caught out there, but manages to raise the wall just in time. Finds the opening frag onto AK-911. Good utility usage and team play out of Passion there. Has that run it back, decides to commit it. Now he's going to be pushing straight into him. Finds the info onto 3 players. Also manages to take out one of them. That was Sky. And now Jai and AK seem to be the ones that are left. Oh no, Hal it is. Seems to be the ones alive for them. Both ultimates available for them. The round's getting run down. Nice shot from Hal onto the aggressive player. That was, I believe, Starstep with the AWP. Let's see if they're able to recover that. Jai with another one now, bringing it into a 2-on-3. And now Hal has recovered that AWP. Let's see what he's able to make happen with that one. Spot out the player in mid. Bit of a whiff from Passion.
Him in time.
No lives, deciding to commit that resurrection as well, but the mana got on equalized. Jai finds the player, but also tagged below now.
Great ultimate there from Vaiels.
Second one for him now. That breach ultimate was committed, but ultimately unable to find anything, and now we're up 5-1 to the side of Hearthstoners.
Yeah, that was a huge ultimate coming out there from Vaiels after the Resurrect gone down. A bit unfortunate that the Sage also died there, but it's also quite lucky that he did not get traded. He was a really dangerous spot to be in when you're getting resurrected like that. Great ultimate usage out of him.
Yeah.
Absolutely cutting off that site.
Yeah, now we see 3 of those available on the side of Inting. We'll see if they decide to commit any of those into this gun round that they have now. 3 ops on the side of Hearthstoners, so they're really looking to hold these guys at an arm's length and not really let any progress get made onto these sites. The Starstep with one holding that long line, and SM with another AWP holding that position, but we've had aggressive push from No Lives Matter. He's pushed out of A long, so that's a lot of info and control given over. Starstep manages to find Hal at the top of mid. That's the breach, so that's a lot of utility and entry power lost.
Resurrect is available though for the attackers, so it'll be interesting to see here if they do end up committing using ultimates.
Yeah, but we've only got a minute on the clock now, and still no real substantial map control gain from Inting. Starstep with another nice shot onto Jai, who just walks right into that crosshair. Now they know that they can give up some ground now. The 5v3 situation for them. And you still got No Lives Matter in this super aggressive position. So he's still got that info that no one's outside of Vaiels, and push has to still be happening towards the B side of the map or into mid. They have conceded a bit of control, but it could be fine to deal with. Passion has to go huge with this off. Misses the first shot. Realize does have that door shut and raises the second wall. Really good stuff from him to delay that push even more. Onto Fury from Starstep. Nice flick from Passion, and now the last player is AK1911. Unable to find the play behind it. Oh, does end up finding it, but too little too late. And SM finds the trade onto him. Hot start from SM, currently sitting at 8-0. Vaiels as well, 12-3, leading their team and the server in frags.
Great rounds coming out so far. Been really dominant performance from the defenders, not going too hyper aggressive, playing smart, waiting it out because they know they've got the clock on their side, being really smart about how they go about things.
Oh, I've got a hydration in chat, so drinking water to that now.
Smoke's down.
Got 25 sitting in the bank. Let me know if you need another. So Starstep getting a nasty shot onto Hal to open up that round. Resurrect still is available. The attackers got 3 ultimates here, all ready to be used.
Yeah, they're really enjoying this triple AWP setup. Another one on Passion, who finds one as well. No Lives again, pushed out long. Super aggressively, able to take control of this area. Manages to block up Sky right as he's trying to peek, and now he's going to be able to secure this ultimate ult for himself. Sky trying to spam down the wall, but a bit late for that, and leaves in the spray and says, "I'm out of here, mate." Trying to find the shoulder peek. Almost takes out SM. Tailwinds go out from both of them, and he manages to pick up that kill after getting that opening headshot, but unable to recover that ult. Blade Storm is available to him. Vaiels getting the better of that trade.
And the defenders now have spy control here, so we'll probably see them all rotate back. Huge kill from Vaiels, managing to get that trade back. Bit unfortunate that SM missed his shots, but not much you can do when there's a jet dashing at you with a pistol. You miss your shots with an operator. Spot both 2 attackers here, both go down. A kill each onto Vaiels and Starstep. Really well played there. Attackers just not finding much ground to work with here. They're trying to get those opening, like peeking those early angles, trying to get those opening frags, but they're just getting out-aimed at the start of these rounds, which is often to their detriment.
Yeah, they're really finding it difficult to deal with these triple ops. You can see they've only got one agent with the smoke surveil to cut off those angles, and that is the Jet, who doesn't have the most easy to access smoke, needing some sort of line of sight, at least to try and deploy those. Good utility uses out of No Life, does manage to get himself away. Seismic charge doesn't manage to catch up any players. Now we have a full rotation coming in. Lots of utility being used, but no players have fallen yet. Take a look at what the Breach still has. Still has that fault line and 2 of his flashpoints available. Aftershock was committed earlier. No Lives has been taken dangerously low, and he just gets spammed through that box. Starstep with a 1. Trades it back with that AWP, and they've got to make sure this kill doesn't happen. Starstep just falling off that AWP. Almost manages to find another through that smoke. These AWPs are just ringing through. 4 AWP kills that round, and Vaiels manages to clean up the last. With that goes the Phantom.
Great aim and team synergy there, all cross-firing that same angle because they know exactly where everyone is. There's just great in getting those kills all together, shutting down any push that these attackers are trying to make.
Yeah, we're seeing these AWPs really cause a lot of trouble for Inting. They're unable to take any mid control, and as a result, you saw that they were forced all into that one choke where all of those players are able to, as you say, just crossfire that position and nothing able to happen for them. And now they're on a sort of eco force by round. Sky able to dodge away from that first AWP shot. Good shoulder peek from him. And they've got to make this round happen. Starstep gets dropped, but Passion's there immediately with a refrag.
Dim beacon down.
So Orb unable to be recovered by the side of Inting. That is a huge kill. SM now from the CT from the side position. Just holding that angle, waiting for someone to maybe raise over that box. I think he got that kill. And now the players are flooding out onto the B side. Vaiels. Wild spray! That manages to catch it onto the last player. These Orbs are just really coming live for the side of Hearthstoners. They're just crushing the offense as it comes through.
Just shutting them down, getting some... SM got some really nice shots there, just showing his great aim.
Oh my gosh. So many... Oh, Kush decided to get timed out. But a lot of hydrates coming through. I'll get to those shortly, guys. Gosh, I'm not going to be able to keep up.
We got 26 sitting in the bank now. Passion getting a nice kill onto Sky. Jai following up, getting trade back onto SM, getting another one to Vaiels. Barry also getting one onto No Lives Matter. Now it's a 2v4 situation. Really just gone airy, and I've sort of just missed it looking at chat. But quick
the round's finally been blown open for once for the side of Inting, and they're able to get into the site. Bomb's still got to make its way over, but Passion with another one brings us into a winnable situation. Starstep also drops the spike out in no man's land. He's got Hunter's Fury available, might look to commit to Passion, decides to use his ultimate. Jai jumps up with that updraft, manages to catch him out, and now retaking with this operator. He's got to try and maybe look for a different rifle here. Finds the player peeking. Bit of a misplay from him. Using those hot hands now, he's going to heal up a little bit. Double healing now, also using that Wall of Flame. I don't know what it's actually called. Oh, Blaze. Okay, so sad. Good curveball to force that player back into side. Almost finds him through that next scope too. Second curveball now comes out. I think that blinds the player.
What was... Holy... Alright, Passion just absolutely nutty shot closing out the round there. That was insane. Absolutely quick scope shot him in the tee. That was huge play from him. Really good retake. It was the situation. The start of that round was looking pretty dire. It was a 2v4 retake there, and Passion, sorry, just getting some really nice shots and managing to win that round for the defenders.
I've been asked to do some chat work, but I'm currently spectating, so you gotta have one or the other. So we'll do that in a minute.
So 2 ultimates being used at the start round. SM picking a killer up on xBeary.
Good entry from Jai.
Trading back SM. Starstep getting so many ultimates being used, so much going on, and it's all over in a matter of seconds. I don't think that round would have been about 10-15 seconds long. A lot of ultimates just being used, but defenders just wiping the floor with everyone else. My scoreboard is just bugged out, and now all I see is Vaiels and G. I'm not sure what to do.
I think you have to, might have to flick through all the players, and that'll fix it. Oh, they fixed the numbers, dude! The numbers are fixed,
really?
The scoreboard's broken again.
Great. Oh, round switch. Wait, round switch. Oh my god. Alright. So
I can't look at the scoreboard now. Gosh.
I can't really tell what everyone's got right now. We're just gonna have to go through everyone.
Looks like a lot of utility investment, not a lot of ghosts. Oh gosh. Fix your game.
Gotta love Riot's philosophy.
They fixed Spectator at least, so that makes my life
fix one thing, break 3 others.
It's all about give and take, you know. Anyway, fast
Shots going out in mid-Vaiels.
Yeah. Almost able to find
the second one on just Sky.
Pushing through that smoke does get dropped on by AK. Bit of an overextension from him, but now it's all onto Hal. He's in the back of sight with that breach. Has the flashpoint. It comes out, blinds 2 players. Still has that aftershock available, but he's not able to make anything else happen at bat. AK now with that ghost. Dropped by Starstep. Good shot from him. Now it's all on to xBeary in a 1-on-3, and I'm going to do some mod work, so you take it away, mate.
Sure thing. So, we see No Lives and just Barry pushing up that CT. They know exactly where he is, just throwing out some shots, getting dinked a little, hit a couple of times. Not much you can really do in a situation like this. Shock dart just missing. Just sort of trying to peek an angle, maybe try and shoot someone in the head, but nothing really going on. They know where he's coming from. They're playing this really safe, just waiting him out. They haven't got much to lose, and SM flanks him and gets the headshot onto Berry, shutting down. Good opening round from the attackers here. So that's Hearthstoners now as the round is switched. So I believe my scoreboard is just now broken completely. I cannot tell you what everyone has got in terms of weapons and such, but I am expecting to see a full rifle buys, or no, sorry, full buys coming out for the attackers here. Maybe a couple of SMGs. I do see a Phantom and a Guardian and a Vandal, so doing a bit of a more heavy buy. I'm not sure if they've got half armor or not, but early, start of the round, a couple of players top mid and short mid, outside A. Players just trying to look for that opening peak. Smoke's going down. No one's really landed any shots. SM gets a shot, gets a kill onto Berry, and Hal follows up with a nice shot onto Starstep.
No charges left.
Attackers are now on A site though, and the bomb isn't quite there yet, but it's on its way. Bomb picking up an ultimate orb on the way, so they know that somebody's not quite on the site yet. SM dashes up, spots the two players on Heaven.
Hold on,
AK...
wait. I just realized it's map point.
Oh, that's very true, but it's almost like yesterday.
I haven't been paying that much attention. What's happening? Shooting chat.
Alright,
AK.
no life. A nice dink onto AK. Ultimate coming out. G trading back. Vaiels getting Sky. Vaiels getting second one onto G.
Wait, are we gonna see a 13-1?
1v2 situation. They know where he's coming from, and
Yep.
SM gets the kill onto Hell, ending
What?
at 1.
I wasn't watching. What just happened? What
That's
just
map
happened?
1.
I was trying to do some stuff with people in chat, and well, that was certainly something, eh?
Yeah, really dominant showing from the attackers there. Sorry, from Hearthstoners. From Hearthstoners. Vaiels ending that with 23 kills, only dying 4 times. The KD of just
5
over
times it was,
4.
I think.
Huh?
He died 5 times, didn't he?
What did I say?
4.
Ah, sorry, my brain's
No,
much
you're
missing thing. I was gonna say he died 5 times with a KD of 4. So really huge round coming out from him. Really well played. Everyone else on the team was also very solid. There was no one really holding the team back there and just proving their dominance, using their aim skills to their advantage.
Yeah. So coming into the tournament, we were saying that this is definitely Hearthstoners being. This was going to be one of the most dominant teams to see, and they went against a team that we thought would be also really, really strong because this team is full of CS players. So we thought, hey, this will be a close matchup. But that map 1 just proved us all wrong. They just came out and fully stomped the ever-living shit out of Inting.
Yeah.
They weren't even giving that much of a fighting chance. They picked up 1 round early on, and I think that was even an eco round that they won. Yeah, they won it. The only round that Inting managed to pick up was an eco round. So really insane stuff from them, and yeah, that was a quick map 1. So yeah, I guess that one's over. So we'll be heading into map 2 shortly, which you have seen, which will be Bind. And I think who was starting on the offense this time, Kak? If you could remind me really quickly.
It'll be on offense this time. It'll be Hearthstoners.
Yeah, so Hearthstoners will be starting on that offense. So let's see if we'll be able to see if Inting is able to bring back that map 2 and take themselves to a map 3 right after this short break. Stay tuned.
last night. Maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby. We can talk about it. No need to be mad. Hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about you.
I know I'm a flirt sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. I know that it might be tough. I know when you've had enough. It's just how I show my love. Darling, can I live it up with you? I'm a flirt sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. Darling, can I live it up with you?
Made a mistake last night. Maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby. We can talk about it.
Made a mistake last night. Maybe I can make it right. Sit down closer, baby. We can talk about it. No need to be mad. Hate to see you sad. Yes, I know I'm crazy, crazy about you, crazy about your lips. I know I'm a flirt sometimes. I know I get drunk some nights. I know I get way too high. I just wanna live it up with you. I know that it might be tough. I know when you've had enough. It's just how I show my
We are back from our break. I just want to say, stop. I'm glad I removed hydrate because I'm going to be the first person that's ever drowned on dry land.
I'm just saying, sit in chat. We need a boycott. We want hydrate. We want hydrate. We want we want tea to drink. We're just trying to look after you, man. What about posture check? What's wrong with posture check, huh?
Alright, I'm going to raise the prices if that's the case. I'll add them back later, but for now, actually, you know what? I can add them back now, but we're going to up the prices a bit so I don't drown. You guys can pay a bit more and make me take sips of water.
250, gee.
I like bad posture, so that's going to be a 300.
What? You're a scam artist.
I am. Just so you know, the timeout, Kush requested that earlier, so I'm gonna give him a good old timeout. Someone has to time Kush out because actually he's a mod, I can't actually time him out. But that timeout one is a timeout for yourself. Probably don't
Huh?
like it. The 500 Ming Pog timeout times yourself out. Alright, I'm gonna go through some of these requests because I've had about 1 million of them. So I think, how do I need to get rid of these Ming Pog ones. Okay, so Ming Pog, 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 Ming Pog. Hydrate, done that in the thinger. Ming Pog, hydrate, did some of those. Stop telling me to hydrate. Kush, I'm gonna give you that one back. And okay, we're caught up now. So we can finally get into the maps. I've just had to restart my client due to some quick issue of some client issues. So I think we are good to get back into the games though. Maybe we want to look at the series over layout again. We did have an incredibly dominant map 1 from Hearthstoners, and they just took Inting out back and give him the spanking. Kak, what are your thoughts? What do you think we're going to see on map number 2, which will be Bind?
Bind is the map that Hearthstoners did choose, so hopefully they can just keep up this aggression and push through for another dominant victory. But I would like to see Inters just playing a little bit more passive on the defense, just waiting them out, trying to not peek too many angles, just waiting for them to walk into their crosshairs rather than walking out into theirs.
Yeah, so those ops clearly showing that being able to really hold down the map and deny a lot of that control coming out of Inting. So they weren't really able to make progress, as we highlighted, into that mid. Before we do get the matches underway, though, I do want to thank some of our new followers, Glenn Pauly, SM, and ALSTJ0219. Thanks for the followers, mates. And apparently people want me to make Hydrate cheaper, so we'll make Hydrate cheaper again. Fine. Democracy wins, I guess. Ping pong, ping pong. Okay, so we'll put it at 150 because otherwise it's a bit too cheap. I don't know how fast you guys are earning channel points, but apparently it looks to be too easy. Yeah. So we should be heading into our map soon. Did look like a player dropped, but yeah, maybe Kak, you want to give us a bit of a map analysis for Bind? Yeah, just pull that. Oh
Sure.
god, my screens have gone everywhere.
So
Everything's
Bind,
gone everywhere. It's all gone tits up.
Bind, unique sort of gimmick is the one-way teleporters. Lots of interesting ways for both sides to use these. Flank opportunities, quick rotates, all that sort of stuff. Nice. Lots of pressure should be focused here onto short. It's quite a powerful onto a short. Sorry, it's quite a powerful place to attack. You can push out onto a little bit of the site, use some smokes, get an easy plant. There's also a quick rotate into hookah through that teleporter that I mentioned before onto B site. So we're looking at more than likely a lot of focus being put onto the A short for both sides. Defenders wanting to make sure that the attackers don't have too much control there.
I've been asked to hydrate. Oh man, I'm gonna go grab a drink of water because I'm all out after one map. So I think we're gonna be heading into the game super shortly. But I'm gonna go get some water, and Kak, yeah, you just take the reins while that
Alrighty.
happens.
We're just waiting to get in the game here. Hopefully everything's alright. So not too sure.
Alright,
I don't
so
think.
I am.
Oh, we're going into game. I'm not sure if somebody picked at the very end there.
I'm still eating dinner.
Alright, we're into game.
My
Alright,
scoreboard does not work. Hold on, I don't think it's because I'm tapped in.
Alright, so
there we go.
on the attackers, it is fun team Hearthstoners, and we have Vaiels on Brimstone, SM on the Sage, Passion.
I've been asked to inform you that it's actually pronounced Vaiels.
Vaiels, sorry. Vaiels on Brimstone, SM on Sage, Passion on Phoenix, Starstep on Sova, No Lives Matter on the Rays. And then for Team Inters on the defense, we have xBeary on Sage, AK on the Sova, Sky on Cypher, Hal on Omen, and G on the Phoenix. So opening of the round here, we do see more of a B sort of focus for the attackers here. Recon and our darts being used on the A short, just getting a peek, seeing where people are. Nothing's really happened yet. Just a little bit of utility being used, but no one's really fired any shots, spotted where they are. AK is quickly rotated over onto B, leaving two players on A. So they haven't over-rotated here, but smart of them just to send that one extra person, knowing
Everyone's
that they might
swayed
have heard another person. Shots are going out. Sky getting the first kill onto SM. Sky getting a second one onto No Lives. Passion getting a kill onto Hal. AK also getting the trade back. Couple heard teleporter. Now it's a 2v4 situation for the in favor of the defense. Not much the attackers can really do here. Starstep does know someone's in teleporters. Not much he can really do about it though. Just got to wait for them to push out. Vaiels just sitting out on long, looking for someone just to maybe run past. He does hear AK making a lot of noise, but it's not really going to matter too much. He's picking up the ulti orb. Takes the teleporter going A. Has got the bomb though, so he might be able to get straight onto site. G is up in heaven though, so he might spot Swade.
Swayed, Vaiels.
Oh, I saw I got the bug. Yeah, okay, I've got the same bug. So Suede kills Suede, who kills Suede, and gets the trade back. Suede can't plant the bomb, and Inters win the first round. Starstep getting an end around kill onto AK. Alrighty, so everything seems to be fixed now. I don't know what's going on here. Riot fixes one bug and creates 3 new ones at the same time.
That goes there.
We do see just a couple of pistols coming out to the attackers and a buy into SMGs for defense here, which is honestly a smart idea. It's always what you want to do. If you win that first round, you want to maintain that and get a nice, easy, free round while you still can. Could mean it matters. It could be the difference between winning and losing. A couple of early recon darts, just sort of scoping out each of the site of the areas of attack, trying to spot out someone. No one's really spotted anyone yet. Wall going out from G, just slowing down the attackers a little bit. I think they've figured out that they're coming A. Bit of a duel going on in showers. AK ends up winning, getting the kill onto Passion, opening up the round. AK getting a second kill onto Vaiels, and Barry's just peppering them with the Marshal from that heaven position. Attackers have been just really stopped here. Good, really well played by the defenders, holding back and just winning those trades when they come around. So it looks like defenders just waiting a little bit longer, waiting for someone to get a little bit too cocky, maybe trying to get an easy kill. Sky gets the kill onto Starstep, and No Lives Matter gets a follow-up kill onto G, so that's one player down for the defenders at least this round.
Foolish.
Sky picking up the second in the round and managed to get the triple kill to close out that one. Anti-eco round won by them, and they're now up 2-0, doubling the amount of rounds they got last map. So, good to see them finally deciding to show up. You reading chat?
No, I'm not. What's happening in chat?
Respect the staff channel.
This goes here. Oh, this is a nice spot.
Good old.
No more charges left.
Alrighty. Start of the round. Rifle round coming out for the attackers here, so hopefully this is where we see them shine. No one, 2 people on the defense just using, dropping their guns from before and picking up some rifles instead. Sky's the only one in hookah. You might have heard one person. He's used the cage, but that's down now.
Cage trigger.
Does hear Passion. Triggers the cage. Gets
Good
blinded.
curveball. Yeah, forces him off that
Nothing's
angle, and
really
now they know his
happened.
positioning. Passion's gonna swing out fast here, but Sky manages to line up 2 right there. Take out both of them, uses that neural theft as well. He's gonna find that player that's now pushing out long. Al with a nice tray, unable to connect onto the kill. Sky unable to find his third kill of the round though. Starstep wins that one, but the teleport comes in from Jive and manages to pick him up. While using those hot hands, he's trying to heal up, but No Lives Matter has entered the site now. Bomb has yet to go down. That is in the hand of Vaiels. Vaiels. Gonna have to try and make something happen. That's Derek from CT though. Manages to find 2 and Jai with the refrag. Third round now on the board for the side of Inting.
Bit unfortunate there for the attackers losing that round. They did buy last round, so they now have not much cash to work with here. Probably just going to see maybe a small buy or full save coming out from them. But the defenders here are sitting in a really nice spot. Everyone's got a rifle, bit of cash on a couple of players, not looking too bad in terms of the game so far. Looking a little bit less dominant from Hearthstoners, but it's only the start of what's to come. Still got a few more rounds to play, that's for sure.
How do I use my own
Getting
emote
open-
in chat?
Hey?
How do I use my own emote in chat?
I don't know, man. What did you call it?
It's called Ming Pog. I'm gonna sub to my own channel.
You don't have to sub to your own channel, bro. Alright, back to the game. It's a 3v3 situation. Defenders, attackers and all now all on B. Bombs going down on B. So now it's a 3v3 retake for the defenders. Walls going out, util being used. just sort of waiting it out. Attackers are all defenders, sorry, all pushing from the same spot. They're walled off currently. They're just looking. G does have his gun away, but he doesn't get punished for it. He gets a kill onto Vaiels. Stray's going down. SM getting a kill onto xBeary, picking up that last kill, and that's another good round from the defenders. Also, a really good eco there, though, for the attackers. They do get that bomb down, which is a bit of extra cash in the pocket for them to play with. Sorry. So they more than definitely have enough money to full buy it this round and hopefully get something on the board.
Sorry, I was just pulling up the mod view from our own chat so I can start censoring it.
We are immovable.
This is a dictatorship?
Dictatorship. So we have 3 players on in showers, sorry, and 2 players on short.
Nowhere to run!
Hunter's Fury out of AK-911 finds the initial tag. I think? No, he didn't. Does end up finding Passion with that final tag, but other than that, not much gained out of the usage of that Hunter's Fury. So we're going to see with a minute and 15 on the clock what Hearthstoners plan to do with this attack. Pressure out, coming towards 8. I think the Brimstone is probably going to look up to set those mix. Showstopper coming out of No Lives Matter, looking to try and enter the side. Clears out that coming position. Good situational awareness out of him to notice that there might be a player sitting in that position. Starstep also finds one. Blaze comes up, Jai pushes through the smoke aggressively, finds 2. Does get traded out, yeah, but Passion and Starstep chime in with their own kills. And now Hal, from the CT's position. He's gonna have to try find these last 3 players if he wants to stop this round going in the side in favor of Hearthstoners. Nice shot onto Passion, does manage to find him. Starstep now trying to hold this play. He's now working his way into U-Hole. And a good duel from No Lives Matter takes him out, and Hearthstoners are able to find their first round. We'll see what they can see if they can string any of these together. 2 ops for them now, and we've seen them pop off with these ops before. 3 ultimates available for them this round. Starstep has his Hunter's Fury available, Passion has that Phoenix ult, and the Sage ult is also available for SM. So we'll see if this is committed at all. Jai and Hal also have their ultimates almost. Well, Jai has his and Hal is 1 point away from this. We'll see if they're committed this round.
My camera is
Sky Camp gets sent out, but that one's destroyed immediately. Unable to get any info aside from the fact that there's a player there.
found my wire. Cage triggered.
All his utility being exhausted right at the start of the round. Good satchel from No Lives forces Sky out of that position. And now Hookah Control conceded.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Hunter's Fury comes out as well. Hot hands from Jai, but his drop dangerously low. The spray doesn't manage to connect. Nice one from Hal, but SM trades it right back with that ult that we were talking about earlier. Now the rotation has to come in. Jai is in elbow. 4v3. Resurrection and run it back is available, but that Phoenix is on the other side of the map, so it's a 3-on-3 on this side. Teleporters coming out there, really good stuff from them. Passion clearly getting out on the A side, saying no one's here, we can just take this side instead of having to fight against any sort of resistance. AK now rushing into that heavy position. He's going to have to find these players coming out of showers. No Heaven Smoke coming down. That could be catastrophic. Manages to pick up Vaiels rather. Passion. Hot hands available. Finds the player in CT but doesn't get taken out. xBeary and Jai are now trying to work their way into the site. Passion taking an early with that early aggression into CT, trying to force put the onus on them to do something. Good curve. Well, that was a team curveball, I think. Yeah, but now they're trying to work their way out onto the site. Starstep playing that double stack position, unable to find a player in heaven, but SM's there for him, and SM's just covering his back all round long, just finally getting that open to his hands, and he's able to pop off. Was at the bottom of his team, but now he's at the top.
Great round from SM there. Also good to see the attackers utilizing that long teleporter that I was mentioned before, showing the flexibility to go from a B push into that A, knowing that it's undefended and the defenders have over-rotated onto that B site, just getting that free plant and totally getting the round into their favor.
Revealing area.
Apparently I don't have
Defense
any
look like they're just on an eco here. Not much they really can do.
I have the spike.
Should be a nice. So hopefully they might be just looking for a kill or two during this round. Vaiels gets the opening kill onto Hal. Nothing else really happening. A lot of YouTubers being used. Just waiting for these smokes to go down. Passion getting a kill onto Berry as well.
He's sitting in his own cage with a shorty. Just to push out and find a cheeky kill onto nolivesmatter with that shorty. Gets a second as well. So that $200 investment has really paid dividends. But Starstep able to close out that round for them.
Great couple of kills from Sky, but Attackers has just got so much money to work with here after being dominant last 3 rounds, so we shouldn't affect the economy too much, but it's still good just to get making them use that little bit of money to rebuy onto these players. Right. Defense now picking up 2 AWPs. Hopefully they can replicate Hearthstoners' dominance with them holding some nice angles and not giving Hearthstoners any room to work with. Vaiels getting a nice ultimate onto G at the start of the round. Not much. Passion checking his corners, getting the kill on Berry as well as SM getting a nice kill up onto Heaven. Now the attackers have got completely got the site. Starstep might not realize that he has the bomb going back into the showers. It does look like he's going to go plant now though. Hal gets a nice kill onto Passion, who went a little bit too aggressive out onto CT. They probably know that both last 2 players are coming from CT, so they're just using everything, making sure that they can't get onto this site at all. nolivesmatter getting a nice kill onto Sky. Now it's a 1v4 situation, sorry.
So I just really want to highlight the situational awareness and game sense and overall game knowledge that's coming out of the side of Hearthstoners. Each of these players are super aware. Well, as I say that, nolivesmatter just sort of walks knife out into a player. But they're really utilizing the utility well, throwing that into places. You saw like one of the rounds where nolivesmatter actually just commits the raise, not knowing where that player is. Nice shot from that. But in contemplation for the outcome of this round, he had no clue where that player. He didn't spot any player though, but he still elects to use that showstopper onto that cubby position and ends up finding a player, knowing that that's a fairly common spot for defenders to be sitting in. And we can just see from the utility usage as well. Good sky smokes and yeah, just we can see all of that good stuff coming out from them. So hopefully they can carry that on as they now tied up 4-4.
Cover going out.
So 3 ultimates available for the side of Inting here. Really refreshing to see B pushes rather, and a lot of pressure put onto that side of the map instead of the A side that we usually see. But that has given up a lot of information. AK gets that early drone up, but I don't think it's actually spotted the player sitting in that cubby, and now he might walk up and get completely blindsided and gives up a free kill, going the way of Hearthstoners. But now the push is out towards B. Vaiels has not checked his corner, but that's actually smoked off. Really good smoke utilization. Sky with another shotgun kill from that mid-side position. That's the judge ringing out. Mural theft gets used, locating the rest of those players, and does look like that causes a little bit of
You're dead.
causes the players on the offense to retreat a little bit. SM with that first off shot, but good curveball to fully blind xBeary, and he's taken out. Not too much trouble.
Bomb. Right down. There it goes. It's down now. Hal gets a nice kill on the nolivesmatter. SM trades back, getting kill back onto Hal, who was up in heaven. 2v3 situation now for the defenders.
Right here.
Starstep misses his shot onto onto G, but gets killed by Sky in the end. Or sorry, no, misses shot onto Sky, gets killed by G. SM trades back, gets killed on G, and Passion. Sky walks into Passion's crosshair and gets taken out. So another good, nice quick rotate after the defenders over rotate onto that B site. And really good game knowledge from Hearthstoners, just quickly switching backwards and forth, changing how they are going in that round. So Hearthstoners have only got 2 ults available this round, whereas Defense have now got 3 ults. But still got that Sage ult ready. Both teams might see a nice, hopefully we see maybe a nice flank from Hal here with the Omen teleport. Sort of players just sort of checking, making sure what's going on. No Lives gets a satchel kill onto Sky, opening up the round, but nothing else is really gained. They know defenders
Stopper being committed. Rocket is ticking down, but he does find his second ability kill of the round. Now the rotation is coming in from the CT side. See Jaya already onto the site, but he's only got a Ghost to work with. Fine. Sees the barrel Starstep, who sort of waits for Passion's there to get the refrag onto him, and Passion just continues his aggression into CT spawn. Second headshot for him in the round. Pushing up further, looking to complete a hat trick, and takes around, finds him right through the wall. 6 rounds in a row now for Hearthstoners. Really starting to pick up momentum as they head into the last couple rounds of this half.
Yeah, they started a bit slow there, but they're really just sort of snowballing back into dominant form. So really good rounds coming out of them. Everyone nice and even on their team. No one's really standing out above everyone else. Everyone's just doing their job, doing the best that they can as a team.
Yeah, really pulling their weight.
How they're playing.
So we'll see another gun round now. Sky defaulting onto that op. He's smoked out of his position there and revealed by a recon bolt. Giant
G gets a kill onto Passion, but No Lives just trades him back. Sage ults are available for both sides here, so SM using it onto Passion. AK gets a nice Hunter's Fury onto Vaiels.
No Lives gets taken out by xBeary though, and that has brought it back into a 4 and 5. Resurrect is also available. So see if he elects to use that. Does look like he's trying to get control of the showers position so he can get that Resurrect off, I believe. Players now rotating to the other side of the map. Al is the only one on the B side, and I think the defenders might have read the situation correctly. The offensive might have read the situation correctly. They're able to find this kill onto him on the site. That's huge. Reinforcements now coming into the B side. Run it back is committed here. Passion looking to come out that hookah window. Gets taken out by the 2 players on site, but that's info given away. Rotation now coming in from the CTs. SM smoked out. Hal manages to take out Passion. Hot hand, not hot hands. Run it back is committed out of Jai as well. Both travel balls going up, blinds that player in hookah. He's got to push that aggression. Nice shot from SM, is able to send him back. Now Starstep in a 1v3 AWP. And he's got 3 players all around him. Not able to win the round. Will he be able to save it? Finds the first play through the wall. He's got to live for another 3 seconds if he wants to save this AWP. Sky not opting to actually push up too aggressively there. Just wanting to keep that AWP for himself as well, not wanting to risk it.
Missed bits of that last round, so I can't quite comment on it, but good to see a bit more of an even score coming into the last round of the half here. Not so dominant as it was last game. So,
alright, Hunter's Fury committed by Starstep at the start. Just looking to clear out that U-hole position and maybe find out where some of the players are sitting. Passion with a nice opening frag onto that player in the showers. That was xBeary, who was the Sage player, so that's huge. A lot of utility being lost there, and that forces the Phoenix to use some of his own Jai though with a nice spray down with that Vandal. Finds 2 and falls back onto his side. Sky Smoke's now out. Vaiels getting shot in the side a little bit, down to 37 HP. The wall does come up. Smoked. A recast. Passion has to find these frags. He's the key player here. Sends a player back. Finds this round to Jai as well. SM with his ult bringing in as well now. Vaiels has to hold down this U-haul position. 2v5 situation here. 2v3 rather, sorry. They've got to find their way onto site. They finally break down that Sage wall. But they still got to find 3 players hiding in nooks and crannies. SM, nice AWP shot again. Really consistent with that rifle. Pushing through the smoke is Passion, but he's dropped. Hal taps the bomb. These players are patient. They're smart. AWP shot rings out and really nicely timed pushes there. Vaiels also having that orbital strike available, but didn't need to commit it. But 7-5 half after somewhat of a devastating start. It does look like we have that spectator bug again, where we've only got 2 players on the scoreboard, so that's good stuff.
My scoreboard is in fact broken yet again, so I'll be casting the second half without a scoreboard. Must be a bug of some sort. Trust Riot to not have a completely working game, but hey, it's still good nonetheless. So, first round coming out here. Attackers veering towards that A site. Lots of players up on short, couple on showers. Nice spread, nice even spread from the defenders here, knowing that more priority should be put onto A site rather than B. Smoke's being used at the start of the round. Vaiels, who has been smoked out, he might drop his own smokes. He almost gets hit by that molly, but he's just standing outside of it. He opts out not to use his own smokes. Maybe trying to catch someone pushing out. He is dropping his own smokes now, re-smoking that area that was smoked off before. No Lives Matter getting a boombot kill onto the Sova. Sky trading back, getting kill onto No Lives Matter. SM getting kill onto Hal as well. Now it's a 3v3 situation. SM gets a nice kill. Vaiels also gets a follow-up kill onto Sky, and G gets a kill on SM. So they know where that last player is. It's 2v1. Still got a little bit of time, but they really need to get going. Smoke goes down, defuse starts happening. Doesn't quite get it to half. G picks up Vaiels, who was on the defuse. Starstep really needs to just get that kill and get on that bomb, otherwise he's going to run out of time. He's walked completely around, manages to get him, but he's out of time. He's starting it just a little bit late, and he won't make it. Good first round from Inters there.
So a bit of a unlucky after plant situation there for the side of Hearthstoners, but we did see that nice execute coming out of the Inting rather. The Inters, I guess we'll call them. Yeah, so
quite a powerful strat. Just it only requires a couple of smokes on the wall, just getting that out onto that corner site, getting an early bomb down. It's a bit hard to counter. You really just need a couple of players holding that angle. But looks like attackers are switching it up this round, going to be lots of people heading out to long. They do hear one in teleporter, but Sky instantly gets a kill onto No Lives Matter. He does get pretty weak though from that shorty, but he's still alive, which is the main thing. G walling and using a nice slash, but he discovers that there is a Sage wall just there with it. Players just sort of going out, using util, pushing out. G getting a nice kill on Berry. Vaiels getting 2 follow-up kills. G trading back onto Vaiels there. So now defenders have this site, and it's a 3v1 situation. Be 3v1 retake for Passion here. It is possible he has got that go, so if he lands some nice headshots, but no, G gets 3 kills that round and wins another one for the attackers here.
yeah, so Jai able to pick up a bunch of kills in that round, and he now does have that hot hands available for that round 3 of this half. 7-7 currently. Aren't able to look at the economy, but we can assume that both teams have guns this round. Probably looking to see another really execute heavy plays based around that Phoenix ult.
SM just
shoulder peek out from SM, able to spot those 3 players in the short B position, and now it's just holding out that wall, waiting for that position. Doesn't have any of his lows available now. They kind of do that job for him by walling themselves off. Now that wall has been raised, Passion and Starstep with their own kills. 5v3 situation now. Our drone does come out to scout the site, but not much info gain. You gotta know someone's there, but they can't make any progress with that Sage wall there. So they're sort of in an awkward position now where they have to decide to go back to the side, retake some of their own ground. As you know, you're not going to get into the B site very easily. See, the 3 players also are all sitting on Spectre, so they've elected to keep the weapons that they had in round number 2.
Revealing area.
What work they can be done with that. No lives, and Passion seem to have dodged that recon bolt. Now into the U-hole position. No lives does manage to pick up the first onto Sky. Tag down a bit low, so he's opted for a more safe position. Nice satchel onto the truck, but is capitalized upon by AK, aware of that positioning. Passion with a nice flick. Unable to pick up the second. However, AK now in a 1v3 situation. Covers a Vandal, but flanked by SM. Really nice retake out of them, and fast rotation too.
Yeah, really good by the defenders, their Hearthstoners, with SM getting that shoulder peek, spotting 3 people on that B short position, and then somebody instantly just rotating over onto that B site, just to have that extra man there, really stop that push from happening. So really well played there by Hearthstoners. Can't see, it looks like the attackers are going to be on, no. Never mind. I can't see the score, but I was going to say they're on a save, but I only see one person with a pistol, so it's a bit hard to call. But attackers here, not really looking like they're going to push up aggressive. They might just wait a little bit, see what's going on. Maybe they might catch someone off guard before pushing out. But everyone's playing reasonably safe angles here, not really peeking anything, sort of waiting out. Good by the defense, just sort of doing the same thing, just holding angles and not pushing. So everyone's just sort of chilling, having a good time, making sure not to make a mistake. The Owl drone does spot that raise up in that box, but she drops down instantly. SM gets a nice kill onto Sky, opening up the round.
And we've got another situation here where the T side has run the clock sort of down, almost half their time down now, and they haven't managed to find any meaningful entries or map control gained. In fact, they've actually lost some because of this push coming out from Passion, who's now secured sort of the showers area, and he's able to confirm for his team that no one's here. They could be sort of short A, but given the amount of pressure that's coming out towards the B side, you've got to know something's coming this way. Nice wall again from SM to cut off. Sort of slow down that push. Now they've got to break that one down, and now you have to know that push is coming this way. 26 seconds on the clock. Good orbital strike to force the players back even further. Jai now has to make something huge happen. Player pushing through the smoke, manages to catch onto him. Now, only 14 seconds. They are basically committed to this side. You have to go now. Jai committing the ultimate. Starstep manages to find one. The spray does not connect at all. And 3 seconds on the clock. This plan has not been started. And AK on his lonesome gets dropped by Passion as well. Really good just delays coming out of the defense.
Yeah. Really good that by them playing off the information they get. As you said before, Passion pushing out that showers position, able to tell his team, hey look, no one's out here. You might want to send a couple of people B, which that's exactly what they did. There was nothing that the attackers could really do to stop that. So definitely got a save coming out here for the attackers.
Passion with an aggressive creep peek with that ult manages to find Sky. I think they are on pistols this round. We're not really fully able to tell, given that the scoreboard is having an issue. But once again, we're barely into the round and they're already at a man disadvantage. Starstep's got that info out of Long. He's used that Owl drone to scout that out, and he's going to collect this ultimate ult for himself. You've got a player pushed out of bottom mid as well. That's SM. So they're already, as Inting, you've already lowered the amount of options you have in this round so much by not having any players go out to defaults, by not committing to that rush. you've just left yourself with only really this site to go to, as you're going to get flanked incredibly quickly. We already see the Sage pushing up behind them. That is SM. Action out towards the site. Hal trying to stick the plant within his own smoke does get spammed out by those Phantoms. Incredibly good at that. Player coming through the smoke, and he's picked up by No Lives Matter. Flawless eco, anti-eco round out of them. They're sitting on a happy bank.
You really want to be happy. You'd be pretty happy being on the Hearthstoners team here, winning those last 3 rounds in a row. You'd be sitting on a nice bank of cash, not really worried too much about the money situation right now. They're playing really well, just holding nice angles, not getting a little when they do those aggressive pushes, and they have the aim to back it up and getting those kills. So we do see Passion again going for that early aggressive AWP play, but xBeary catches him out and gets the kill onto him. So now it's a 4v5, now it's a 4v3 situation now, as No Lives gets 2 nice kills, but Sky trades back, so now we're back to a 3v3 situation.
I don't think he realized that rocket didn't manage to pick up Sky there. Rez does come through, but Vaiels with some nice spray is picked up by the Hunter's Fury of AK. Good stuff from him. Great ulti utilization. SM now on the flank. Does have Resurrect available, but Jai gets the better of him. Starstep now in heaven. AWP in hand. 1v3. Looking to put an 11th round on the board for his team. Player is peeking out right below him.
There they are.
Bots out that first player, so he's got info on one of them. Missed us to the first shot, and AK reacts fast enough, managing to take him out. So 8-10 is now the scoreline in favor of Hearthstoners still. Just a reminder that we still do have that third map here, so they are playing. So Inting currently play to get to that third map and keep their tournament life still a bit alive, I guess.
Revealing area.
Recon bolt from Starstep does have reveal some of those players out in that long position, but he's outdueled by xBeary, picking up the AWP away from his teammate Sky, who's usually that main AWPer. And so far he's shown to be more effective so in that one round than Sky has been with that AWP this entire map. Able to find that opening kill, and it feels like the first opening kill the T side has really been able to get this the whole time, really. 5 players now here. Passion finds one. The wall off of Hookah's really slowing down this push. SM finding 1, 2 now for himself. Able to swing out from the mid site. Almost able to find the third as well. AK gets the better of him now, and he's now swinging into the elbow position. Bomb is on him though, so he's got to find a way to get that plant down.
Cage triggered. Planted.
Guy with a really nice shot there on Vaiels, making it a 1v2 retake. They don't know where No Lives Matter would be coming from. They did hear the teleporter, but they're not sure if she's rotated out onto Long or Hookah, throwing out that bomb, so they know where she is now. It's No Lives Matter getting a nice headshot onto Sky in Hookah, looking for that last player. Jet bounce back over the top of him and gets him, teabags, and goes for the defuse.
So we've seen that before. That's called cameraing, where you move faster than they can possibly move their screen. That's a term usually used on console, in console games, such as Call of Duty, where like your player model can move faster than the enemy is able to track you. We see it here as well, where players usually have a lower sensitivity, and that Ray's able to use that crazy mobility out of the satchel charges, just jumps right over the head of AK, and he wasn't able to whip his mouse around fast enough. Probably almost tore his arm out of his socket just to try and hit that shot.
So it looks like everyone here has got a gun of some sort. Attackers here sitting, lots of people on a couple of people, on looking to go to showers or short. 3 people in showers using that owl drone just to sort of scout out, see where people are. does catch No Lives out in that upper, gets sprayed through the wall, killed by xBeary. They're really well played by them.
So immediate
utilizing
punish
that
out of them.
recon dart.
Ashen committing his ultimate this round, which is straight through a molly, finds one, almost finds the second, but he's sent back before he can do any more damage. Hal trying to stick the plant, fakes, elects to fake it, but now he gets to that gunfight, and the bomb is not down. And it's a 4v2 now. AK gets dropped as well, leaving his last teammate, xBeary, with the orb. I can't find his camera for the life of me. There he is. He's getting spammed through his smoke, down to 4 HP now. He has his heal in 15 seconds, so if he chooses to play this round out slowly, he might be able to equalize out that number a bit. 1 bullet in the mag. 3 players to find. He'll have to reload. Heal is almost available, and he's got the rest of his utility as well. Sky Smoke from Vaiels does deny that thought of angle for him. SM pushed up aggressively in mid. Will he be able to find this player? He hears the reload, and he takes him out. Match point now for Hearthstoners. They've come out swinging. They're looking to close this one out.
Yeah, really nice performance from them so far, from both teams actually. It's good to see a bit more even scoreline this time. Just a bit unfortunate that the Inters are now in this position as to win. They have to go flawless well, don't have to go flawless, sorry. They have to win every round here out in order to stay in the competition. So opening of the round, we do see a lot of players from the attackers on the beat. No Lives Matter getting a nice kill onto G, opening up that round.
That was the Phoenix who did have his ultimate available, so that's quite huge. No Lives' rocket does go out a bit wide, but he manages to convert the kill still with that Vandal. Oh, that's some nice play. Peeking out with his Boombot to open the door. Rez does come out. Now they've got to cover that. No Lives with his third in the round now. Potential for a Hexa kill. That would be insane if we were to see it. Vaiels pushed out of the long position now. He's got a nice side angle if he's able to find it. But Inting really is having trouble with dealing with this player inside of the teleporter. Now they're being close upon. No Life swings out. Sky manages to pick one up, but it's still a 2v4 situation. Rez is available for the defense. Can they make anything happen? Sky gets destroyed by Vaiels. Unable to convert, but SM swings out. And the series does go the way of Hearthstoners. Absolutely dominating showing coming from them. 2-0ing the series.
Yeah, really well played by Hearthstoners there. They were a little bit rough at the start of that game, but they really brought it back, snowballed a little bit at the end there, and managed to bring it home. So really well played by them. Well played by both teams. Bit unfortunate that Inters couldn't quite get it going in the first game, but glad to see that they could sort of hold up more of a fight this time round. Still,
yeah. Never really given an opportunity to get the ball rolling for themselves. So they were ultimately defeated 2-0, and they will be sent home, packing all the way back to New Zealand. So bit of a shame from them, but good showing, lads. If you enjoyed playing in the tournament. Yeah, we can't downplay the fact that Hearthstoners really just came out swinging.
Yeah, they did really well that game. No one was like, we had moments there where players were popping off, but everyone seemed to have their own sort of special moment. There was no one that was like absolutely carrying them. They were all playing really well together as a team.